Live on Stream It Sports Snowco, it's Northern Colorado High School Volleyball. This broadcast is brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wing since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's Samantha Peters and Cody McCoy.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Fort Collins High School in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. Tonight, volleyball action, 5A Front Range action. Broomfield visits the Fort Collins Lambkins. Fort Collins Lambkins ranked 4 in some rankings and maybe a little lower in others, but coming off a tough loss. I got Mariah Betros tonight, sorry. At least I didn't call you Mariah Sam or something like that. But
or Maggie.
Or Maggie, yeah. So we got a big game tonight for Fort Collins, mainly because they need to kind of keep their mojo. They're coming in 7-2. They need to keep their mojo against a team that they really should beat.
Yeah, they had a tough loss against Fossil Ridge last week in an in-city rivalry game, but it looks like they're coming off of a win to this game. So let's see if they can get a streak running. And
yeah,
they are a great team.
They had their way on Tuesday. I can't remember who, maybe Legacy or that they played Tuesday, but they won 3-0, whoever it was. And Fossil Ridge coming off a really, we call it kind of a yeoman's work-like effort against Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain came out at home with a lot of energy, and then finally Fort Collins or Fossil Ridge, who's just the better team, prevailed.
Snapped out of it, and they did what they needed to do to execute a win. And yeah, it looks like Fort Collins came off a win against Greeley West on the 18th.
Yep.
And so you never know what you're going to get with Greeley West. They're a scrappy team as well. So, but see, clearly they didn't have any issues with the 3-0 win. And now to Broomfield, which Broomfield, from what I remember being in high school, they always had a powerhouse with every sport, like you mentioned earlier when we were talking. And what I really like about Broomfield is they all are very good at executing, and they're very well-disciplined players in all the sports that I've seen them play. So hopefully they'll be able to give Fort Collins a decent challenge tonight, because they're clearly a very powerful team ranked in the state. So it should be a fun one to watch tonight. Yeah,
it should be. And again, we talk about Broomfield. We've covered Broomfield in lots of sports, football, basketball, and girls soccer even. We had a big girls soccer game last year where Broomfield beat Rocky Mountain, I believe, 1-0, sorry. And speaking of soccer, next week is our first time broadcasting boys soccer. So we've got, as it would have it, we've got 2 crosstown games. We got Fort Collins and Fossil Ridge, and we've got Rocky Mountain and Pooter. And Pooter is just surprising everybody in boys soccer this year. Last I saw, they were 5-0, I believe. They might be, and either ranked or close to ranked. So anyway, we're about 6 minutes from game time here. Want to let you know what's going on. JV game went a little long, but we wanted to come on and share a little bit with you. Also just wanted to say our prayers are with Sam. Sam had a death in her family, and that's why she's not around right now. So we just we want to pray for her family. Just keep her in your prayers as she goes through this difficult time, and she'll be back when she's ready to come back. So anyway, we will take a break here. And again, tomorrow night we've got 2 big football games too. We've got Pooter and Fort Collins, and we've also got our first game with Skyline High School down in Longmont. Skyline and Longmont, crosstown game, and they have not played in a few years. And they certainly haven't played since Skyline has gotten way more competitive. They're ranked right now, I believe, number 4 in 4A with a record of 3-0. So we've got that on tap tomorrow night here on Stream It Sports and ASBN TV. So we will take a break. We'll be back after these messages. Again, you're watching Stream It Sports.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I.
Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving is in style. Start saving with the Anywhere account today.
At Toyota, safety isn't an option, it's standard. So features like lane departure alert and pre-collision system are always included on every single Toyota RAV4. To get similar features on a Rogue, Nissan charges over $6,000. They shouldn't. We don't. Just announced, get $3,000 cash back on a new 2018 Toyota RAV4. For other great deals, visit your Toyota dealer today. Or find your Toyota at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
I make my coffee at home.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I. Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving is in style. Start saving with the Anywhere account today.
There you heard the last part of the national anthem sung by the Girls Barbershop Quartet here in Fort Collins. We're at Fort Collins High School. And Mariah, why don't you let us know these players here?
All right, so they are starting with the Broomfield Girls Eagles. Number 1, Leslie Munson. Number 2, Christina Consbrook. Number 3, Caitlin Guernsey. Number 4, Riley Russin. Number 5, Hope Hannah Carper. Number 6, Emma Winter. Number 7, Vicky Finkel. Number 8, Emily Jaramillo. Number 9, Kaylin Gasser. Number 10, Sophia Bushman. Number 11, Courtney Risson. Number 12, Nikki Gorman. Number 14, Maddie Welty. Number 15, Melanie Long. Looks like I might have it. I know.
You beat him to the end. It's
and
like
I think
a race.
he flipped a couple of the numbers, so I might have my roster incomplete. But
yeah, well, that's what they gave us.
Exactly. All right, now for the Fort Collins High School Lady Lambkins.
Marilyn Schroeder. Number 2, Sydney Pendleton. Number 3, Sabrina Vanderlast. Number 4, Erica Kingsman. Number 5, Taylor Gallimore. Number 8, Megan Morales. Number 9, Ella Steensma. Number 10, Trinity Courtney. Number 11, Hannah Zerbusa. Number 13, Emily Johnson. Number 14, Allie Traw. Number 17, Erica Jones. Number 22, Jenna Thomas. Assistant coaches for Lampions are
So you saw there. Great job by the public address announcer.
I didn't want to interrupt him because it was getting pretty loud in here, so trying to focus over his voice. He was a more enthusiastic one, so I figured I'd let him take the lead on that one.
That's great. It's always good to hear the PA guy or gal get into it, and that's a great job. But you can feel it, with the fans and everything. This has been last year. Fort Collins was a complete surprise. Nobody saw this coming, making it, I think, to the Final 4 or 8 or something last.
Yeah.
No one saw it coming.
Yeah.
This year they see it coming, but they're still good, 7-2. But you can feel the confidence in the gym, can't you?
Absolutely. And what's great about this team is they only have 2 seniors on the squad, and some of their leading scorers, from what I've noticed, have been the younger girls. They have this confidence. They have this very collected mentality, I would say, that they're just confident in their game and the skills that they have, and they know they can win games and win sets and ultimately, I think, make a run for the state tournament this year. So
yeah, without a doubt. And this conference, this city is very strong. This conference is out of sight as well. So
yeah, this should be a fun game to watch. Broomfield, like I said, also coming off of a win from a tournament this last weekend. Their record is 3-6 for the season overall, 0-2 in the league. So, like Randy was saying, this is a tough league for volleyball. So that might have just been the matchups. Who knows? That shake off some early season jitters. We'll see what happens this game. And up to serve for the Lambkins to start the game is going to be number 17, Erica Jones. Tight pass to the net, to the backside swing, and off the block of Corney. Down the ball goes on the Lambkins side of the court, and so point Broomfield to start off the match.
Jones, a team leader in several statistics, so she's kicking it right off here.
Number 7 for the Broomfield Eagles to serve first, Finkel, and she gets the ace. Well, first blood for the Broomfield Eagles to start the game. So, like you said, with Erica Jones, number 17 for the Lambkins, being the libero, you have to be confident and you have to take control of the court sometimes, especially defensively. And Fort Collins trying to get a rhythm together, it looks like. Free balling it over and through the block. Number 4, Russon's swing goes to the ground. Broomfield to an early lead. I wonder how Fort Collins Lambkids coach Rudiger is feeling right now. Short serve over the net, barely makes it over. Jones with the nice pass to set it up, and Corney puts it down for the kill. I think Lambkids could take a breath now.
I think so. And, you know, they might, I mean, these are 15, 16, 17-year-old girls and might be a little overconfident. You know, they can look up records and stuff. And
statistically speaking,
yeah,
they think they're going to win this game going into it.
Yeah,
but
on paper.
Those are the teams that'll sneak up on you.
You don't play them on paper, do you?
Nope, absolutely not. Strong swing for Broomfield, number 6, Winter, to start it off. She is a freshman, by the way. So that is a great start for her, I'm sure. Feeling strong. Number 4, Resin, a senior for Broomfield, serving. Long serve. Jones decides to take it with the teammates calling out and hits the backboard, and ace for Broomfield. 5-1 lead to start off this set.
When do you take a timeout?
I would give it maybe one more point. Sometimes you just got to let the girls figure it out because you can't be there to save them all the time. You want to save up your timeouts for when you really need them. Back row attack goes out of bounds for Broomfield, and point goes to the Lambkins. I think that was a relief on their part. And like I said, you just got to let them play it out and see who makes the first mistake in that next point or two. And then if it starts to get out of hand, then I would probably call a timeout. Fort Collins serve deep, and they're hustling to try to get it, and no go. Ace for number 1, Schroyer, on the Fort Collins Lambkins.
Mr. Haase and I have a saying, by the time you get to this time of the year, you are who you are as a team. So the mistakes that you've been making all year, you're probably going to make, and the things you do well.
Yes. And under the net, Bushman from the Broomfield Eagles goes. Kind of a giveaway point, but at that, sometimes that momentum just gets a little too much for you to handle. Schroyer still serving for the Lambkins. Good pass to start it off by number 7, Fankel. Swing tight to the net. Another dig by Jones. Out to Serbusic. Another dig by Broomfield. Solid swing down the line for Broomfield. Cross court,
Good.
Barely got dug
Boy.
up. The back row attack goes out of bounds for Fankel on the Broomfield side. So Fort Collins point and tying up the game.
That's great action there, the young ladies.
Absolutely. Those long rallies, you love to watch them, but you just know how exhausting they can be. Then you just have to stand right back up and play another point. Right side hit for number 6, Winter. And
good
the block,
hustle.
Block gets it down on Broomfield's court, so Fort Collins will now take the lead. Schroyer getting a real nice swing here for Fort Collins. Deep corner serve to the libero for Broomfield. Free ball over the net to Fort Collins. High middle set. Off the block of Broomfield and a back set. That slide shot. And the ref called that out of bounds. It touched the antenna before it went over. So that will end up being Broomfield's point.
Well, she winds up, doesn't she?
Ooh, lucky break for Broomfield, that's for sure. Because she was drooling over that set, ready to crush it. Winter serves. Jones with the pass. Middle set to Corney. Getting that back. She's like, I'll show you a kill. Here that is.
Kill. Got a quick softball score here from the Big E. Loveland, unfortunately, beats Collins 8-1. So softball getting towards the end here in the softball season as well. Got some great girls teams in Fort Collins in all sports.
There goes a dig by Kinsman for Fort Collins back over the net. Off the block and in the donut it falls. Point Broomfield. This is a much closer game than I think both teams were anticipating at this point. Well, aside from Broomfield, I bet they're wanting to give them a run for their money. You got to love being the underdog in these games.
These are both gritty schools.
Absolutely.
I mean, both of these schools. And
a lucky bounce over that net.
You being a Fossil Ridge alum, you've played both these schools, and you know every Fort Collins team is scrappy, and it's the same with Broomfield.
A little too scrappy sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
And that ball, unfortunately, did not get the rock at the net. That first one did, so it will be Fort Collins point. Tied 8-8 still. Wondering who's going to break away now.
Good action here to start, and an ace.
Ace by number 3, Vandalist. She is a junior for Fort Collins as well, one of the younger girls. But still, you can tell leader of the team. She's the setter for Fort Collins and sets her teammates up well, clearly. Outside set to number 7, Finkel. Down it falls for another tie point, 9-9.
Similar to your first set the other night, Rocky and Fossil Ridge.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Oh my gosh, and it was crazy because Fossil Ridge had the early lead, but then Rocky came back, and then it was just single points back and forth until over 25 points. Took it to extra points even.
This looks like it's heading that way, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Guernsey for Broomfield to serve, the libero. Jones, perfect pass. That slide swing just didn't have enough block to get around, I guess.
Well, Broomfield came in here ready to play. You can tell.
Absolutely, strong block.
They are not intimidated or anything.
It's all about the grind. Who wants it more right now? Jones with a little off pass, and luckily Vandalist can get to it to hit her up. And an in the net ball, just a little too hard to scoop up for Broomfield. So Fort Collins point. But Fort Collins with the deficit currently, 10-11. Speaking of 11, up to serve, Sir Busick for Fort Collins.
Sir Busick.
Outside set from Vandalist. And Steensma with the kill for
Great
Fort
action
Collins.
there.
Absolutely. That was textbook execution. Sir Busick has a strong serve, and the pass had a little spin coming off of the arms of Broomfield. Outside set again. Off the block, but the block was in the net, sadly, so Broomfield point. Gonna have a lot to talk about if it's this close of a match the whole time. It's gonna be a long night for all of us here.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of the first ones go this way, and then
out of bounds, the hit goes. Fort Collins looking for a touch, but a no-go. So Consbrook, I apologize for mispronunciations. My name gets it as well. Consbrook for the serve. Jones rushing to get the pass. And a strong right side hit from number 5, Gallimore.
want to welcome our Broomfield fans who may be watching tonight too. Thank you so much for joining us. Mariah and Randy here on Stream It Sports and ASBN TV.
Jones to serve, kind of caught on her heels on that first pass on the serve receive. It will be a Fort Collins point. I wonder if Fort Collins can take the lead here. It's tied up again, 13-13. They have yet to take a lead, I believe. If anything, it had been 1 point and then back to tie. Strong block by both Corney and Gallimore for Fort Collins lead, 14-13.
Broomfield had a 2-point lead at one time. I believe that's the largest lead of the night.
Yeah, it's been a pretty close set so far.
I guess Broomfield led 5-1 at one point.
The roll shot by Finkel. The back row attack by Sir
Should've let that
Busick.
go.
Same with that one. Comes off of the backside of Jones's arms and out of bounds.
Talk about how hard of a decision that is when the ball's coming back and it might be out of bounds or it might not. That's a big decision, isn't it?
When it's flying at your head, you really don't have much time to react. Great pass by Sir Busick, bringing it back towards the center of the court. Right side hit by Gallimore. And they called a touch on Broomfield, so Fort Collins point again.
Perfect placement on that kill.
Yeah, off that kill, Gallimore goes out, and in comes Kinsman to serve for Fort Collins High School.
Good Thursday night crowd here tonight. Whoa.
Absolutely. Off the block and out of bounds it falls. Broomfield point.
They said it did not touch anybody.
No, again, Fort Collins looking for that skim off the swinger and no go. Number 4, Russin to serve for Broomfield. Deep serve. Jones with the pass, a slide swing for Corney, and a kill.
I love the way she hikes that leg up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was telling Cody on Tuesday, it's like a layup with the basketball
no,
players.
it is. It's exact same. I wouldn't be surprised she doesn't play basketball, but
that's what was fun playing volleyball and basketball, using that kind of a swing. It was just natural after playing basketball for so many years.
Yeah, boy, she winds up and
you get so much more power behind it, cranking that knee up.
she puts some velocity.
And Broomfield back with the kill.
16 all.
Wow, this is a very competitive game tonight. Makes it more entertaining for all of us, though, right?
Yes. Good to see young people compete.
Absolutely.
Ace. That's what happens when you let it go, isn't it?
Yeah, Winter with the ace for Broomfield, taking the 1-point lead yet again. Those you're always told to run and get your butt to that back line and have your foot on it. So if you see it in front of you, you know it's either dropping or going out very clearly. Great pass by Jones to start off the possession, and Serbusic with the swing and a kill. That was powerful.
I don't want to get in front of that ball.
I think that's what Broomfield's thinking too, but clearly they're doing a great job at it. 17-17. Corney up to serve.
She even hits her serves hard.
Absolutely. 10. Bushman with the swing for Broomfield. Serbusic cross court. A nice tip ball, but dug up wonderfully by Schroyer. Another cross court dig by Broomfield. Back row attack by number 7, Fankel. Serbusic with a roll shot, but the block reads it. Vandalist tries to push it over, but Broomfield is just getting it right back at the net.
Oh.
Wow, what a rally this is. Holy cow. Another back row attack. Not back row. Push down the
Serbusic's
line.
trying, isn't she, over there on the side?
They're pushing it now. They're not even swinging. They're trying to place
what
this
a rally.
ball.
My goodness.
And Broomfield comes out victorious of what seemed like the longest point
What a
in
rally.
this match. Holy.
Folks, I'm telling you something. You like high school sports, that's about as good as it gets right there. I don't care.
Bushman with a strong serve to the Lampkins, and Serbusic, hard swing, but just slightly out of bounds. So Broomfield will extend their lead to 2 points. Which seems like a pretty big lead at this point with how close this has been for the entirety of this set.
Broomfield has definitely been the aggressor this entire first set. So.
Absolutely. Little slide shot and blocked by Broomfield. Serbusic able to dig it out of the net. Off balance, Winter. A back row attack by Broomfield's libero. Roll shot placed very well.
Oh, what a play.
They're still up. Oh, and it comes off the antenna.
I'll tell you what, these Broomfield Eagles are playing hard.
Nothing is hitting the ground tonight, it seems like. Wow. This is just some very, very strong effort play. These girls are not giving up on every play, that's for sure. Vandalist for Fort Collins to serve. Back swing. Jones with this set, just a little too tight to the net. So Gallimore pushes it just a little outside, sadly. Number 3, Guernsey, the libero for Broomfield to serve. Schroyer with a great pass. Serbusic down the line, and it's dug up.
Tell you what.
Scramble play for Broomfield, back row attack. Right side hit. They thought it was out, but it was clearly touched, says the ref, so Fort Collins point. Tie game? Nope. 1 point game. 19-20. You can tell the Fort Collins Lambkins are a little shaken right now. They're not really sure what to think about this, and you can see Rudiger, their coach, just kind of talking them down on the sideline and just telling them to calm down, play your game. Just like that, a split-second play, and it's a tie game yet again for the Lambkins and Eagles.
Well, we both coached a lot, and what you say, you're 5 points from still winning this, even though you didn't play your best volleyball. So
yep. Let's
get this win, and then let's come out the next time and show them who we really are.
And a slightly off the line hit by the Broomfield Eagles, and Serbusic will serve yet again. Looks like a timeout by the Eagles coach Knox, and we will take a break as well. We'll be right back.
I make my coffee at home.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I.
Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving is in style. Start saving with the Anywhere account today.
We're back here on Streaming Sports and ASBN TV 21-20. Fort Collins ahead of Broomfield in the first set of this Front Range League volleyball match. Mariah Betros, Randy McCoy here with you. And the invisible man on the camera.
He's very still tonight.
He's very still. He's hardly moving. Nice Thursday night crowd here. Good student section for Fort Collins. Of course, Broomfield just north of Denver.
This is their homecoming game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
And Broomfield with the block.
Another tie.
This is going to be like the Fossil Ridge Rocky Mountain game. We're going to be here till 30 points, it looks like, at this point.
Well, you get to 25, and then it's advantage.
It's like tennis. Strong swing by Gallimore, but out of bounds it goes. Another point for the Eagles, 22-21. At this point, it's almost like it seems advantage Eagles, advantage Lambkins. It's so back and forth. It's whoever can get that 2-point lead at this point. Outside swing, a little off from Steensma. Blocked by Fort Collins, and it falls on the Broomfield Eagles court.
It's Gallimore, Taylor Gallimore with the block there, number 5.
Jones back to serve for the Lambkins. A deep corner serve. Just an inside hit for the Broomfield Eagles. Right side, almost falls, but Lambkins are able to pick it up. And Broomfield comes back with another block.
Get that number there, number 8, I believe. 6 or 8, that's 8.
For the Eagles.
Harmela. Actually, it was 6, sorry. Winter.
Miscommunication on the Eagles' part, goes in the net. Fort Collins point.
That might come back to bite them right there.
Yeah, you're in that position where if you swing, you're clocking your teammate in the noggin with your elbow, so they get even more hesitant once the arms are in the air.
Both teams 2 points from set point.
Deep serve by Kinsman, almost out of bounds, but looked like Guernsey took it. Strong swing, but out of bounds it goes.
So here's set point for Broomfield. Who would have thunk?
You see the disappointment on Steensman's face there. She felt good about that and just slightly out of bounds. And a timeout Rudiger will take for Fort Collins, and we will be right back after this timeout on Stream It Sports.
So we're back here now. Randy McCoy, Mariah Betros on the call tonight here in lovely Fort Collins, Colorado. What a beautiful day today, too.
Definitely. It's been so hot lately. Gresson with the serve for Eagles. That slide swing by Corny that she loves so much.
This is set point 2 for Broomfield.
Back row tap in the net. And it's a tie game at the set point. 24-24. Now it's just who can break the 1-point lead. Let's see who will take the first set.
We've had some great volleyball matches here on Streaming Sports this year.
Well, just the few that I've done, this has been so much fun. And in the net serve for the Lambkins, lead goes to Broomfield. I think that was a little nerve-wracking
that was.
For Schroyer, but like you said, that's what happens when you have a young team. She's actually the one senior. And
wow, what a left-handed kill.
Stuffs the ball over the net and just slam dunks it into the Broomfield court.
Vandalist.
Get that tie game back.
That's a good name.
As a setter, you have so much control over what happens in that game. You can decide who swings, if you're going to take the ball yourself, or you can set so many different plays up. They're the quarterback of volleyball. And point for the Lambkins off of an outswing.
Fans stand up there. You see in the background. On the
set
left.
point.
Set point.
Corny to serve. Great pass to start off the serve receive for Broomfield. And Fort Collins blocked for the win. That was a wonderful block by Vandalist again, a part of that.
And look what our score is.
27-25.
That was the same score as the
Holy
Rocky Fossil game Tuesday night after one set.
The consistency in this
Yes.
high school league out here has been great.
So first set.
27-25. Lambkins, who did not have much of a lead, many leads to begin with that entire set, pulled out the win and started 1-0. Let's see how Broomfield can answer to this in the second set tonight, because clearly they have come to play.
They have. So anyway, we will be back after these messages for the second set. You're watching Streaming Sports here on ASBN TV. So we're back now, getting ready for the second set. What an exciting first set, Mariah. 27-25, and it was nip and tuck the entire way.
It's been hard to keep up with all the action because it's happening so fast and there's so many plays happening each possession. We apologize if we miss names.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch as many as we can, and I know playing more of a defensive role, you don't get nearly as much credit as the people that are making the kills, but hey, they are just as important, and they're the ones that start the plays. So hopefully I'll get a little bit better knowing more of the girls' names.
Yeah, we'll
seeing more of the rotations this round. So starting off for Broomfield, serving Consbrook. And I guess we're waiting on the refs. But Randy and I were talking between the breaks, and these kind of games are so much more fun to watch and especially commentate on, because when it's such a far gap, it's kind of hard to figure out what to talk about when it's the same kind of plays, same big girls killing it each time or acing, and so it's fun to watch the interactions between each team as it gets more and more competitive. The right side hit gets blocked, and it goes back and bounds on Fort Collins court for Broomfield first blood point yet again. Let's see if they can hold on to the lead this set.
Yeah, you never want to look at Broomfield's records because they're going to be a tough out in any sport.
They're going to make you earn your win, or they're going to beat you. So nice outside hit, but it is dug back up, and number 2 Consbrook just couldn't get to it in enough time. So Fort Collins will tie up the game 1-1. Jones to serve. Back row attack goes out of bounds from Bushman for another Fort Collins point. Another deep serve to the libero from Broomfield. Just a little off-timed hit, it looks like. Off the hands of Fenkel, I'm sorry. Jones up to serve again. Pass off the line a little bit, back row hit. Another tight to the net set.
Mistimed her jump, didn't she?
Yeah, a little too high for Corney on that swing, it looked like. So Broomfield will take back the possession. Fort Collins leads 3-2.
I like Corney's different color headband. She had a navy blue and her black one on against Fossil Ridge.
Likes to mix it up. Corney with the swing, and it gets dug back up. And they will call back row attack on Fort Collins. It looked like she just jumped over that line. And you can't do that, sadly. She jumped in front of the line before she had touched the ball. So Broomfield point, tied up game. Fenkel with the serve. Corney with the kill. Dang, she made that look easy.
Yeah. When you hit it that hard, it's hard for somebody to get over there in front of it.
Yeah, Broomfield looked a little delayed on that block, and she made him pay for it. Number 4, Kinsman for Fort Collins to serve. A deep corner serve. Sets off the line a little bit, an outside hit. Gets covered by Broomfield, and a free ball out of bounds. Fort Collins point. Fort Collins coming out a little bit stronger and more fighting them, it looks like, this set. Kinsman serves it again. Passing a right side swing for Winter. Outside hit out of bounds, but Broomfield will get a touch on it. Fort Collins gets the point.
If you're Broomfield, you don't want to let this thing get away before you call a timeout, because it could. But, you know, unforced errors have been a problem.
Yep, as
for
you
Fort
say
Collins
it,
tonight.
that's serve in the net. That's always tough too, once you get that momentum going and start building up a lead, and then you bail out Broomfield with the missed serve, sadly for Fort Collins. And speaking of bailing out, Fort Collins now, Broomfield with the missed serve. I was talking to Cody on Tuesday, and volleyball is just such a game of errors, and it's just which team can make the least. And I love that quote. It's what was instilled in me as a player, and so you just got to eliminate as many errors on your side as possible. Schroyer with the serve, and free ball from Broomfield back over the net. Nice quick set to Substitutions. Schroyer to Vandelis to Corny for the kill. Looked a little off balance, falling backwards on that one, but she still managed to get a lot of power behind that swing.
She's a little more under control. She's had a couple where she's a little out of control, but she looked like she knew where she was hitting at that time.
Yeah, she had her timing just right. Speaking of timing,
wow.
Winter for a perfect kill in the deep corner of Fort Collins court to get the point back for Broomfield Eagles.
Folks, you want to know how hard they're hitting it? She touched that ball and it went clear back up, halfway up the wall behind her. There was some speed on that thing.
Winter with the serve. Schroyer with the pass, and Vandelis will tip it over the net. A little tight on that pass. Dug up by Collins. And a little push swing by Substitutions right there. And Riston with a strong swing out of the middle for Broomfield.
Here they come again,
Crawling
those Eagles.
back. Similar game to Rocky versus Fossil last week, or on Tuesday. It feels like a week ago. Can't let them crawl back. Substitutions with the pass, wanting to get that hit, and she gets it right off the block of Broomfield. The back set. Another back set. Get that slide shot, and they can't handle it. Fort Collins regains the possession. It's like Corny has it down to a science. She will go up, do that slide, get a kill, and then go back and serve.
She's
like, all right, I'm done in the front row. I'll give some other people a chance now. Make some plays.
Certainly an all-conference performer.
With an ace.
I'm assuming.
To say the least, yes. She has.
Maybe all-state because, again, Fort Collins is going to be in the top 5 most likely all year.
And she's still got a year left. She's only a junior, so it'll be exciting to see her play as a senior with even more leadership on and off the court, I'm sure. A nice little cross-court roll shot, but they are called under the net. Fort Collins point.
It's exciting to have Fossil Ridge and Fort Collins and Rocky really all good at the same time.
Absolutely. Makes it more fun to watch, and to obviously as players, I'm sure they just get more excited and more amped up for each cross-city rivalry game.
I know the Loveland Indians are a pretty good team too. We're going to be going over there, or they're coming here. We're going to be broadcasting a game here, Loveland, Fort Collins, but we're also going to Loveland and going to broadcast a volleyball game as well. Match game.
Yeah, it looks like Bob Knox, the coach of Broomfield, is contesting this call, saying that his player was out of bounds, but outside of the court when she crossed that, so that should have been called out of bounds, because otherwise she would have gotten the kill on that play. Fort Collins could not get that pass up. So now the captains are coming to talk to the up ref. Down ref even coming over to talk to her. Contest the call or figure out what exactly happened and the ruling on this play. Because otherwise they may or may not call it a replay.
While they're talking, I want to talk a little bit about Jim's Wings, one of our other sponsors. Jim's Wings, the best wings in Northern Colorado since 1991. Right over by Campus West, right across from Moby on the CSU campus. You got to go try Jim's Wings.
Looks like the call will still go to Fort Collins High School. Bob Knox is not happy about that, but have to play anyway. Corny with the serve for Fort Collins. Score 11-6. Fort Collins leading the Eagles. Back row attack for Broomfield. Nice strong hit from Seven Finkel. And Fort Collins can't answer. And I think that's...
Boy, that roll made me hurt.
Oh, yeah. Bob Knox, Broomfield's head coach, you can see him shaking his head. He's like, yes, that's what we needed. We needed that point back. Until it kind of shook the momentum and confused the Eagles when they felt like they kind of had a roll going at that point within that possession. Bushman with the serve, and out of bounds it goes. Tough break when you finally get the point.
So there you go.
Right
we were talking about that, is how do you know when to let it go? And
got to shake it off. And Knox taking a timeout for the Broomfield Eagles. So we will take a quick break, and here's a word from our sponsors on Stream It Sports.
At Toyota, safety isn't an option, it's standard. So features like lane departure alert and pre-collision system are always included on every single Toyota RAV4. To get similar features on a road, Nissan charges over $6,000. They shouldn't. We don't. Just announced, get $3,000 cash back on a new 2018 Toyota RAV4. For other great deals, visit your Toyota dealer today. Or find your Toyota at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching high school sports on Stream It Sports NoCo.
So we're back here now, 12-7 in the second set here from Fort Collins High School. Stream It Sports and ASBN TV.
Vandelis with the serve. And a strong swing by Fankel again. Great dig by the Broomfield Eagles. Consberg tries to tip it over, and Fort Collins, Sir Busick says, heck no, here is a good swing on my part. Nice cross court right off the block for a Fort Collins point. Just stretching out their lead even further, 13-7. Free ball out of bounds by Fankel, but sadly it just started with a little bit of an off pass on the serve receive by Guernsey, and they just couldn't really keep up. And Knox is going to take another timeout, but we're going to stay here. And it's kind of feel bad for the Broomfield Eagles at this point, just because you can see them physically. You just see the momentum dropping.
Right.
But at the same time, you see Collins just, their confidence is showing, and they're just showing at this point their strength in their team and why their record is 7-1 at this point.
Yes.
Is that right?
7-2.
Yeah, there's a reason why Fort Collins was ranked number 2 in the state up until last week, if I'm not mistaken. That loss to Fossil Ridge last week bumped them down, I'm sure, but still very powerful team like we've been saying, and definitely a contender for state this year. Vandelis to serve,
and they're getting their mojo, aren't they?
Broomfield is struggling on the serve-receive rotation, and that's the worst because there's not much you can do about it. Who's on the court is on the court. You can kind of try to shuffle people around and give another person an opportunity to take a pass, but right now they're struggling to get a good pass off of that strong serve of Vandelis. Off timing, miscommunication, something on Fort Collins. And Broomfield will get the possession, shake off those jitters of that last possession, hopefully, and get themselves a good rotation started. Couple substitutions for Broomfield. In is Munson, number 1, and number 4, Russin. Munson up to serve, senior for Broomfield. And a very tight pass to the net, but is saved by Vandelis. Consbrook with the set, and a swing by Fankel through the block of Fort Collins Falls. Coach Knox looking to get a run going, I'm sure, at this point. Munson to serve. Long and out of bounds it goes. Great call by Jones, Erica Jones on Fort Collins. Libero. It's a tough read, especially when it's that close coming in at that angle. Sir Busick up to serve, and a substitution for Fort Collins. Number 2, Kettlecamp, coming in for the Lampkins. Pass going straight up off of the receiver. Roll shot by Fankel. And a back row attack by Vandelis, but out of bounds it goes. Man, she got up there on that back row swing. Consbrook to serve for the Eagles. The deep serve to Serbusic. Outside hit and was going out of bounds, but got bailed out by number 1 Munson on the Eagles, so the point will go to the Fort Collins Lambkins. Erica Jones up to serve next. Hopefully Broomfield can make this a quick one and done and get the serve receive. Nice pass to start it off. Outside swing and off the block. It gets touched by Vandalis, but just slightly not enough to get the play continued. Benkel to serve. To Serbusic again. And out and a strong swing by Kettlecamp. Back row attack by Fenkel. Jones to Serbusic with the roll shot. Tight pass to the net. Corney slams it down with an assist by Vandalist. Seemed like they had quite the rally going, and Corney just took it into her own hands and slammed it down at the 10-foot line on Broomfield side of the court. Fort Collins with the serve. Kinsman. Nice pass to start it off. Outside swing gets blocked by Vandalist and Corney. They say, not in my house.
That's a dynamic duo right there.
Yeah, Vandalist and Corney are getting lots of shout-outs tonight with all the action happening.
Yeah, they are.
Kinsman to serve again. Pass by Bushman. Tight to the net, but Consbrook gets it off. Serbusic out of the back row and out of bounds.
Well, she's going to have to ice that arm after the game, isn't she?
Yeah, she's getting some power behind her swings, and that, a little bit more downwards, that would not have been good for the Eagles. 19-12 is the score. Fort Collins lead. Serbusic again out of the back row, gets blocked, and Corney is so taken off guard. Great block.
She about got
by
it upside
Munson.
the head, didn't she?
Yeah. Turned around and came right back in her face. Russin to serve for the Eagles. Teammates calling it out, but Jones takes it. It's a good thing she does.
That's called self-defense, folks.
Absolutely. Great swing by Kettlecamp.
Poor thing, she didn't have her hand up there. She'd have got one right in the old noggin.
Pow, right in the kisser.
I'm sure that happens to every volleyball player at some time.
Yep.
At practice or a game or.
Yep, I had to leave a game early one time because I took a serve right in the nose.
Did you?
Yeah. Those are the worst. Direct shot.
Yeah, it's. Again, those balls have velocity on them.
Yep. Kettlecamp serve goes just slightly long. Substitution for the Lambkins. Schroyer will come in for Kettlecamp. Broomfield gets the ace. Number 6, Winter, just same thing, right to the face of Serbusic, and she didn't know what to do with it. Score tightening up a little bit, 20-15. Fort Collins still with the lead. Vandalis out to Serbusic. Blocked by Broomfield, but Fort Collins can cover it. Great dig by number 6, Winter. Swing by Serbusic goes out of bounds. Fort Collins looking for a touch, not gonna happen. Broomfield point, they continue this run. Starting to sneak up on the Lambkins, it looks like here. Can't fall asleep on the Eagles here, folks.
Now they had a 4-point lead in the first match at one time, so making up 4 points is definitely doable.
Tight. Ooh. Broomfield's called in the net.
Boy, it looked to me like Fort Collins was almost in the net.
Yeah, it was a tight pass, but Vandalis was able to kind of keep her body off of it and maneuver around and just tip it over.
She's good at that fake no-look
Absolutely.
thing. I saw that against Fossil 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Corney with the serve, and looks like Fort Collins is being called in the net. Number 13, Emily Johnson, is the one they're saying was in the net on that block. But they were there. The timing was perfect. Was able to shove it right back in Broomfield, but it's a little too tight. Bushman with the serve for Broomfield.
Oh.
And another overhand pass, just a little off for Serbusic, will lead to a Broomfield Eagles ace.
That was a good serve, though.
Yes, you can tell they're kind of going for her now. Another deep serve.
That is a hard serve.
And a back set to 13 Johnson, and they dig it, but it goes right back over the net. See Vandalis literally shoving her teammate Jones out of the way to try to get to that ball. And in those plays, it's hard, but we'll talk about that more right after the break. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Here we are back with you, Randy McCoy, Mariah Betros.
So Jared Rudiger, the coach for Fort Collins High School, you saw him take that timeout. They're just slowly letting Broomfield creep back in. Serbusic with the swing and a dig by Bushman.
Oh, what a nice touch pass.
Under the net goes Broomfield.
Oh, I didn't see that. That was that was certainly a nice.
It was a great play. But what we were talking about earlier with Vandalis, the setter for Fort Collins, you saw her push Jones out of the way. It wasn't ferocious or anything like that. Setters are just supposed to have the second touch no matter what, and so if they can get to it, they're supposed to have it. You saw him apologize after. It was totally fine. But Broomfield's called in the net again, even though the swing went out of bounds. Number 10, they're calling, or number 11. Number 11,
wow.
Riston was in the net apparently. So Fort Collins will take the point 23 to 19. And they had it within 2, so they can get this point back. We'll see. Vandalis with the serve in the face of Broomfield, but they're able to make a play off of it. Jones with the pass. Vandalis with the set. And Gallimore with the kill. Great timing, teamwork. That was well-executed play on Fort Collins' part when they needed it. Set point, Fort Collins Lambkins. Vandalis with the serve, a little short. Broomfield scrambling. Got a swing off, but blocked by 13 Johnson and 11 Serbusic by the Lambkins. Great way to end that set. Final score, 25-19 Lambkins.
Wow, what two outstanding serves.
Yeah.
At that, and you know, those last 2 points, Fort Collins just said, all right, now let's just take care of this.
Yeah.
So I would expect them to really come out this third set and kind of show why they're who they are.
Yeah, it shows the leadership on Vandalis, the setter side, and she was able to step in those final 2 points and extend the lead even further and get that second set win for Fort Collins, which they really needed, and make this hopefully the last set of the game for them. So we'll see if they can pull out this final win and sweep the Broomfield Eagles.
Yes. So anyway, we'll be back after these messages for the third set. You're watching Stream It Sports and ASBN TV. So we're back here getting ready for the third set. Here's Mariah.
So Sabrina Vandalis for Fort Collins served that up. Broomfield with a swing out of bounds. So Fort Collins with this third set will take first blood, 1-0. Vandalis, who just ended the last game on a very high note, starting the Fort Collins Lambkins off strong. Schroyer with a dig and a tip play by Johnson. Strong swing by Finkel. And a right side hit will not clear the net. What looked like a Broomfield block was actually a Lambkins 4-touch. So Finkel for the Broomfield Eagles will serve. Score 1-1. Serbusic with a not very good pass to start off that serve receive, gets lucky, and there was a miscommunication on Broomfield Eagles, and she will get a kill off of a serve receive pass. Serbusic going back to serve now for the Lambkins. And substitution for Broomfield Eagles. The refs almost missed that as well. It's like number 1, Munson is coming in for number 4, Russin. And if you're just joining in, the last 2 sets, Fort Collins has won both so far. Close game the first set, 27-25. And the last set ended very close, but the score does not show that. 25-19, 6-point lead win for the Lambkins. And they will come off of a kill to make their lead in this set 3-1. Serbusic with the serve still. Drops a little short of Eagles libero for an ace for Hannah Serbusic. Serbusic, another young player for the Lambkins, junior outside hitter, clearly making her mark on this team and going to be a big asset to them as a senior, I'm sure. Jones with the pass. Johnson with the swing. Emily Johnson gets that ball just barely tipped by the Eagles and will come out with a kill. Serbusic serves, stretching their lead 5-1. In the net it goes, so they will give the Eagles a point and the possession on this ball. In for the Eagles now, Courtney Risson, number 11. She's a sophomore for the Eagles. Serving is number 1, Munson, senior. Back set by Vandalis to Gallimore for the kill. That's what we like to call tool time in the volleyball world, when you tool the block. Erica Jones, libero to serve for the Lambkins. And an overpass for Broomfield will set the Lambkins up for a swing on Gallimore. And a tight pass, and Eagles just can't make a play off of it, sadly.
Well, and again, we knew this was going to happen. We've been in sports long enough. Team comes in, they're full of energy, they're full of adrenaline. They make the first one close, the second one's not quite as close. And now Fort Collins is really showing their superiority.
Yeah, because Broomfield's had it close and just sadly couldn't execute. Yeah, they couldn't execute when it mattered in those last couple points of the second set, as well as the first set. Having it within 2 and then letting them have a four-point run to take the win of the second set, because they brought it back very close in that last set. Swing from number 2, Kettlecamp for Fort Collins. Dig by Jones. The back row attack by Serbusic gets blocked by the sophomore Risson. Nice cover pass there. Cross-court swing by number 10, Bushman. And a right side swing by Gallimore. Outside, Bushman gets blocked.
The block party is here.
Oh, wow. That was a wonderful block, team block by Corney, as well as Kettlecamp. Or I guess Kettlecamp just came on. That might have been Gallimore still. I apologize. Kinsman with the serve for Fort Collins. Back row attack by Finkel. High ball. Kettlecamp with the swing just goes a little too high out of bounds. Those really high setups from another player can really be hard to judge and time you're jumping on exactly as a hitter. Number 10, Bushman with the serve. Will get the ace.
You make a decision. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't win.
Those coin flip serves.
Broomfield's got students because it's the JV and the C and D team, or I don't know how many teams they have, but.
Yeah, normally these schools have had enough girls, I think, coming out and playing and solid programs to make 4 full teams. And comes off the block and just can't get enough velocity back up off of it, so it'll go back to Fort Collins. The 9-5 lead here in the 3rd set at Fort Collins High School.
The numbers are similar to basketball, aren't they? 10 or 12 on a team, is that on volleyball?
Yep, just about. So you have the 6 on the court, you usually have 1 replacement for each player, or 1 or 2 backups, I mean. But you really have to have an even amount of front row players versus back row defensive specialists. And a swing for Fort Collins will go off the backside of an arm of an Eagles player, out of bounds for Fort Collins kill. Schroyer up to serve.
That ball is out of here. Young lady puts her whole body in that serve.
Absolutely. Consbrook tries to stuff it over the Fort Collins side. And Fort Collins is called under the net for Broomfield. Point. 10-6. Fort Collins lead. Guernsey up to serve for the Broomfield Eagles. Short serve, and Jones can barely get to it. Fort Collins is scrambling to make a play, and Jones will free ball it over the net. Consbrook out to number 7, Fankel, and tries to take a roll shot off of it and just can't really quite get the...
Kind of a miss hit.
Yeah. Looked like the ball had some sort of spin on it too, and just a little shorter than she was anticipating, I think. Corney up to serve for the Fort Collins Lambkins. And a nice pass to start off the set for Broomfield. And Fankel will get the kill.
Broomfield is persistent, aren't they?
Absolutely. And now they have a little bit louder of a cheering section with all their other teammates from
not
JV.
many students are going to make the trip from Broomfield to Fort Collins.
A little bit of a drive.
On a weeknight.
Yep. And a slide, set, and hit for
what a
Johnson.
dig.
Absolutely. Vandalis is just running this court right now back to front.
Oh!
And a tip play by
folks.
Sabusik read wonderfully.
First time she winds up, it's as hard as she can, gets blocked, comes back to her again. This time she finesses it right over. Does that count as a kill still?
Oh, absolutely.
What a job. What a kill.
That is some great court vision there by Sabusik.
Broomfield was expecting her to really wind up and hit it hard, and she just lays it over there like a baby.
Gallimore with a nice swing, but gets blocked by the Broomfield front line. A deep tip by Jones, I'm sorry. Schroyer with the pass. Johnson with the swing, but is dug up by Consbrook.
She did that left-handed.
Gallimore down the line to Guernsey. Right side hit.
Oh, it's in.
Is in bounds.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Clear from the back line.
That line judge had her nose on that line, was ready to call that one.
Good job by the official. She's right on it.
Great court vision right there. And an ace by Fankel.
Fankel's taking over this game. She just had that last kill. And
front row, back row, it doesn't matter. She will get points for the team. See if she can get another ace. Serbusic with a pass to start off. Gallimore with a great swing and a wonderful dig by Guernsey. Out to Serbusic, she roll shots it to the middle and Broomfield can get to it. A swing goes out of bounds, but they will call a tip. Touch by Fort Collins, so Broomfield will keep the possession rolling. They have made quite the run. Made this a 2-point game.
I was going to say, boy, they got better eyes than me. I didn't see that.
Wow.
Everybody into this contest. You wouldn't know it's 2-0.
Absolutely. Very short serve, but Schroyer makes a play on it. Guernsey to back row.
And Finkel.
Oh my gosh. Finkel with that back row attack. That is just taking such great leadership qualities by Finkel right now.
Junior.
She's making wonderful plays for her team, and they're knowing it, and they're making sure she gets opportunities as well. Guernsey with a wonderful setup to Finkel. Great dig by Guernsey. Outside swing on Bushman, and she goes under the net. Fort Collins point. Wow. If you're Fort Collins, you're heaving a sigh of relief at this point, stopping that run. Still a 2-point game, 13-11. Fort Collins barely keeping the lead at this point. Let's see if Serbusa can make a run and stretch that out again. And she does with an ace. Looked like Bushman on Broomfield Eagle side just wasn't really ready for that one. Kind of hesitated and wasn't able to get her feet under her in time. Deep serve to Guernsey. Bushman with a cross-court swing. Johnson gets a little behind her, but same play where got it right off the fingertips of the Eagles front line. And Bob Knox will take a timeout for Broomfield Eagles. And we will be right back as well on Stream It Sports. And we're back on Stream It Sports. Serbusic with the serve, but Broomfield comes back. Winter with a great swing from the right side for a kill. And gets the possession back for Broomfield Eagles. They are riding this momentum as long as they can right now, trying to keep this game rolling. Again, if you're just joining us, there has been 2 sets so far. This is the 3rd set of the night. Fort Collins taking both of the first sets. And they are keeping their lead, the 16-12 score and a kill.
But if you're the Broomfield coach, you got to be really proud of this team. They are.
Oh, they have been clawing their way
all their heart
out of the leads and rushing to make a play, and she gets it up and a wonderful free ball. Great hustle by Consbrook of the Eagles. Great dig right there, right side hit, and she tries to dump it. Doesn't clear the net, and Fort Collins will keep possession. Coach Knox taking another timeout.
Well, he feels it getting away from him, but at some point there's just nothing you can do if you're facing a better team. And
yeah, he's talking to number 6, Winter, it looks like, because they've been doing so great when they're confident and swinging with the power that they know they have and keeping Fort Collins on their heels. And then that last play, you saw she just tried to shove it over the net and I think tried to place it a little too much. And got to go with what you know at this point when it's been succeeding and bringing you back out of that deficit.
And you have to be aggressive. I mean, in all sports, you know that. You played sports.
Can't overthink it.
Yeah.
At this point. And
you just let your talent. That's what's going on with the Lampkins too. Their talent is starting to, cause errors and different things. And
yeah. But hats off to the Broomfield Eagles right now. You would never guess they were down by 2 sets at this point with how they're playing and keeping their heads up.
And they're a great 3-16. Let me tell you, that's their record.
Yeah, great save out of the net by Consbrook, but slightly too much power on that swing by the young Riston. on the Eagles, and it will go out of bounds, and Fort Collins will keep the possession. Jones up to serve. Cross-court serve, and Consbrook just didn't call for help quite early enough, it looked like, and so Wierston didn't have much time to react to help her out on that play. Jones with the serve yet again. That one looked like it was going out of bounds almost with how sharp of a cross-court that took, and Bushman doesn't really know what to do with these serves coming right at her.
Yeah, and
Jones has a powerful serve.
Again, you're playing a top 5 team in the state, and they've been top 5 for 2 years now. So
absolutely.
This team, one thing they know how to do is close it.
Absolutely. And Gasser looks like she's coming in now for Bushman. Just kind of give her a break, take a breather. A great pass by Finkel to start it off. There comes that swing from Winter that they were looking for. Gallimore with the swing and gets blocked by the Eagles. Consbrook with the dig. Finkel out of the back row. Number 2, Kettlecamp out of the right side, or the outside. Tip ball by the Eagles. Kettlecamp again from that outside. Nice tip ball over the net by Consbrook. Corny cross court. Guernsey setting up.
What a rally.
Oh, man.
I thought they touched it, but they
just
didn't.
Slightly out of bounds. Yeah, that was so close. Lampkins keeping their lead 21-12, just stretching it out.
That was a heck of a rally there.
You never guess the lead is 9 points right now. It seems like such a much closer game with how hard the Eagles are still playing. And that's what you want to see, to not give up and just keep fighting. The game's not over until the whistle blows at the end. Great pass to start it off. Back row attack by Finkel again. Jones with a hustle play, brings it back, and just not enough power off the pass after that.
4 doesn't work, does it?
Oh, no.
Only 3.
Great hustle play by Jones, though. Holy cow. Winter in the back row now serving for the Eagles, and that quick set was just a little too quick and low on the net to where it didn't really give Courtney much of a chance to swing at it. She tried, but it was at her face.
Somebody got some ball on some skin somewhere because you could hear it up here.
Absolutely. Winter with the serve for the Eagles. Right side swing gets blocked by number 10, Bushman. Kettleman gets blocked by Consbrook. And Broomfield will keep the possession, slowly sneaking back into this game, 21-15.
This is what they do.
They are not letting Fort Collins just take this, that's for sure. They are fighting for each point now. 1 point at a time, that's always what I say.
What a pretty shot.
Wow, as Kettlecamp just slams it cross court for the kill. And that's all you gotta do, 1 point at a time, get it right back.
And they're in the driver's seat, clearly.
Absolutely. Crum up to serve. Out of bounds it goes. Eagles regain possession. 22-16.
You know, and we were both at the Fossil Ridge Fort Collins match, and there was 1 point that Fort Collins had Fossil Ridge on the ropes, and they let them off in that third set.
Absolutely.
And then Fossil Ridge came out strong and to win it, but Fort Collins easily could have won that match.
Yes, Serbusic out of the back row. Jones with a great pass to start that play. Cross-court swing. Corney with the swing. And the Eagles dig it up. Consbrook is able to get to it and get her players another shot. Outside swing by Kettlecamp. Out of bounds it goes. No touch. And Broomfield keeps the possession.
Actually, in that Fossil Ridge game, I think Fort Collins had set match point a couple of times.
Yeah.
Could not close it. Gave Fossil Ridge the opportunity to come back, and they ended up losing.
It's those clutch plays that matter. Bushman with the serve for the Eagles. The tip play by Vandalist. There comes Finkel out of the front row outside. Vandalist and then Serbusic with the free ball. Finkel gets a little too much power. Catches it behind her a little bit, it looks like, and out of bounds that swing will go. Substitutions for the Lampkins. In comes Schroyer and in comes Steensma. Schroyer to serve for the Lampkins, 23-17. gets that lucky skip across the net, and it will drop for an ace, and match point for the Lampkins. Will Broomfield be able to shut it down? Blocked by the Lampkins off of a tip play. And they're going to call a back row attack. Yes, she was off her feet and put it over the net for the Eagles. So Lampkins will take this game 25-17. So just to recap, Fort Collins won all 3 sets tonight, 27-25, 25-19, and 25-17. Great play tonight by both teams, wonderful hustle. Hats off to the Broomfield Eagles for truly giving Fort Collins a serious challenge tonight. They were on their heels at quite a few moments, but ultimately we're the better team. We're able to pull out a win tonight.
Yeah, we came in looking at the records, and this is what should have happened, but Broomfield had a lot of fight in them, you're right. And but 3-0, and Fort Collins has only lost 3 or 4 sets in the whole year.
Yeah.
So they're a dominant team. Even in their losses, you know, they still won. And again, they were match point against Fossil Ridge, which is number 2 in the RPI right now. So
yes,
they're going to be doing a lot of things, this team. We're going to have Loveland and Legacy, and then we're going to have Loveland against this Fort Collins team as well. And then we're actually going to end our season going over to having Resurrection Christian against Liberty.
That'll be a fun match.
We have never done those games, but those are other high schools in our area. And so
now are they 2A or 3A?
Bruce Dick is the AD over at Resurrection. And so we're going to go do the Resurrection. I think they're 3A in volleyball. So that'll be a nice change for us, streaming sports. I also just want to say something. Last year, I had a young man who produced for me about 3 games, Randy Torrejon, and some of you will remember him, but he passed away this last week.
Oh, wow.
And left 4 kids, and I don't even know that he was 40 years old. He had a brain aneurysm and just went unconscious. And so very good friend of mine. So I just want to say prayers for Randy, and I know a lot of you all have already gone off the air, but prayers for his family. And you can, they've got a GoFundMe for his widow and kids and stuff. So if you knew Randy or anything, support that. So anyway, good match tonight. We've got football tomorrow night. We've got Pooter and Fort Collins, and we've got Longmont Skyline. For Mariah Beatros, this is Randy McCoy. We will see you next time.
It's Northern Colorado High School Volleyball, live on Stream It Sports NoCo. This broadcast has been brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wing since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good.